Hello everybody and welcome. Today I've done a compression test on my 1974 BMW 520 E12. As most of you are aware, back in September 2023 the head gasket just simply gave up. There was the signs of white smoke coming out of the exhaust pipe and also the milky oil when I checked under the oil cap. But I wanted to do a few more checks before I took the head off and replace the head gasket, and potentially, of course, do some head work as well. I wanted to know if there was any issues with compression. Now, I know that to do a compression test, you needed to have the engine at optimum operating temperature and so on in order to get better readings. However, I do not have the possibility to do that because the head gasket is blown. The engine will not run properly anyway. Some of the coolant has already gone already, and I don't have the chance to repeat that test. In hindsight, I should have done a long time ago. But by doing the compression test now, it kind of gives me somewhat an idea about the condition of the cylinders. And this is what I've done.
The first step will be to remove the spark plugs, and then I remove the fuel pipe that fits on to the mechanical fuel pump, which you can see over there. Then, starting from cylinder number 1, I attach a compression test gauge and then crank the engine. Then I did a wet test where I put some oil down to each cylinder bore. Unfortunately, I only managed to record the first cylinder, but strangely, the PSI actually went down compared to the dry test.
So, as you can see, the readings on the cylinder number 1 are not really that great, but that might explain the fact why the head gasket has gone. Basically, the head gasket might have blown around cylinder number 1, and because the readings on the other cylinders are actually not too bad. In fact, they are pretty much consistent. But let's not forget one thing. This is not the original engine that came with the car. This engine actually comes from a 1973 car, from a donor car, because the original one was completely gone. It was unrepairable. And the donor car had something around the region of 200,000 kilometers. So it had quite a fair amount of miles. So therefore the head might be overdue to some work, might just full of carbon deposits or something like that, and probably that's why the valves are not closing properly and therefore not giving an ideal compression. But I think it's actually good news. But once I remove the head in the next few weeks, I really want to get cracking on with this car as soon as possible. We'll soon find out more if there are any more issues. Hopefully not. So there you go. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care.